from the USA to Bulgaria, and to my old friends and my new friends, I wish you welcome to this course. Now you focus, and some of you are going to walk out of here and say, that was stupid. But some of you are going to pick up the ball and say, yeah, that made sense. And what they're talking about in this course is going to make a sense, and it's going to change your life. But you've got to give the effort. There's an old saying that in all human affairs, there are efforts and there are results. And the strength of the effort is the measure of the results. The title of this course is Building a Sustainable Business. And we think of dentistry and orthodontics, we like to think of it not in a business. But the reality is it is. And the things that we're going to be talking to you about today could apply to a telephone company or to something else, as well as to dentistry and especially to orthodontics. I think it's imperative. There's not an option there. And one of the problems that young orthodontists have is they get a lot of staff people and they delegate a lot of their work. And a lot of that work should be done by them individually. And there's young orthodontists that think the brackets and the arch wires can do it all by themselves and they don't need motivation by the doctor. And it's a shame because the patient doesn't get the fulfillment that he should be able to get. You need to also play the game, I guess you'd call it, with organized dentistry. Each place where we locate, we have a school and we have a discount group. And so anything that we can do there to bond and to meet new dentists, and we go knocking on doors on the dentist and tell them, pass out our cards and say we're the new guy in town, and anything we can do to help you, we would be glad to. It's a very good question. My first thought would be location. I was able to find a location that needed an orthodontist, and it was a young environment, and looking back on it now, it was incredible. I don't think they have those anymore nowadays. There's such a conglomeration of groups now, but having the right location makes all the difference in the world. You need to be part of the community, and that means not just orthodontics. And we go to the schools on National Health Week and teach them how to brush their teeth, and we have all kinds of stories we'll tell. We'll go into the cafeteria of the little schools and talk to the kids and tell them jokes, and they laugh, and then it's a positive attitude that they are developing, and it helps me. When they come in as a patient, they look back and reflect and say, oh, the guy's not such a bad guy. But your responsibility is to do the best you can. And that's the bottom line to it. Don't quit early. And that's, again, a big problem with orthodontics, because we schedule a patient to be treated for 24 months. But when it gets to the 24 months and we're not finished, what do? Do we keep on going? It's going to cost more money, more time, and going to clog up the whole course. And so we tend to say, well, it's not as good as we wanted, but it's not bad. But that's the discipline in it. You do what you ought to do, when you ought to do it, whether you want to do it or not. And you do that and you'll succeed in life. Do what you know to do and do it as well as you can. Communication. Communication, number one, with the parents, the child, the referring dentist, Rotary Club, you know, all the things that are involved in participation. You know, I've gone to Rotary Clubs all over the world, and even there I meet orthodontists and talk to them, and it's, you know, we have such a profession that's so wonderful and have such an ability to touch so many hands and so many faces throughout the world, up and down. And as I ride off into the sunset now, I stop and think, God, what a trip. And it's been a wonderful situation. And you know, modest though I am, I'm not going to say I earned it, but I'm going to say that I gave it the good fight. And if you'll do that, and again, priority, first things first, you do that with your family, your friends, your church, you know, that's kind of, so when you turn back and look over your shoulder, you say, well, it wasn't perfect, but we gave it our best shot.